The other thing we're going to assess now is the rumen. We say healthy rumen, healthy cow. And it's one of the most important things on the physical exam to do because, anyhow, so where do we put the stethoscope when we assess the rumen? I only put it in one spot, just in the paralumbar fossa, just right here. It doesn't matter if you put it there, I probably wouldn't, but you can put it in here anywhere. It's just this little triangle right here. I just kind of stick it in the middle. And when I stick it in, I'm assessing 3 things, maybe 4 things. The first, I want to know how many contractions per minute, so I'll usually lean in there. Actually, I don't honestly do that anymore. I don't care how many contractions per minute. That's for you guys to do. It does, once in a while it makes a difference. If I think they're hypermodal, I will count, all right? And if I don't hear anything, I will listen for up to 3 minutes for a contraction, all right? That's kind of how I do that. But if I get one good strong contraction, then I'm happy with the rumen assessment as far as I go. Okay, so I have it stuck in there. Now I'm waiting for her to have a contraction, and she's starting to have one, and you see kind of it's like pushing me out. I could probably push really hard to make it stay in, but she's pushing me out. That's the strength of the contraction, something that you want to assess. If it's a good strong contraction, that means you can medicate them, give them fluids, whatever in the rumen, and it's going to go where you want it to go. It also says that the GI health is probably pretty good. Right? That takes us away that system is not what's making the cow sick. All right? So the other thing is Pillsbury Doughboy. Everybody knows the Pillsbury Doughboy, right? So they're doughy. They don't giggle when you do this, but this is the doughiness. All right? So let me explain. There are 4 sections in the rumen. So we have gas at the top, and then we have the fiber mat. And that's where this doughiness comes from. If they are eating good and they're out only eating forage, there should always be a fiber mat. Some clients will come in and you're like, well, okay, how long have they been off feed or that kind of thing, and only say a couple of days, and then you go and feel this and you don't feel that fiber mat. That says no, they probably haven't been eating for a lot longer than that, because that fiber mat, sometimes it'll be really thick. And so sometimes this fiber mat, some of these cows probably is starting about here, and I can just feel. So down to here, I'm just getting mostly fluid, all right? You can feel the difference between the doughiness in the fiber mat and the fluid area down here, right? So that's the other area. So you have the fiber mat that may extend something like that. Sometimes it may even go further. Sometimes it may only be in this area here. But the fiber mat's probably the thickest part if it's not the fluid. And then you have fluid, and at the very bottom you have solids, which is the grain they ate today. If it doesn't get caught in the fiber mat, it'll float to the bottom. And hardware. All right, nails and stuff like that, which eventually ends up in the reticulum. All right, so to assess the rumen, number of contractions per minute, the doughiness, assess the doughiness, and the strength. That's the 3 big things.